It's Tuesday, ladies and gentlemen. You know what that means. Another episode of 2-Minute Tech Tuesdays, that weekly video about Varnish technology presented to you in 2 minutes or less. My name is Thijs. I'm the technical evangelist here at Varnish Software. This week's topic is about cookies, a surprisingly challenging topic when it comes to caching. I'll tell you all about it in the video. I'll put 2 minutes on the timer, ready when you are. Cookies are a mechanism in HTTP to keep track of state, and they're issued by the server under the form of a set cookie response header. Now, this is what a set cookie header may look like. It contains a collection of key value pairs and also some extra attributes. Now, as soon as the client receives the set cookie response, it will store the data in the local cookie store and present that data upon subsequent requests to the server under the form of a cookie request header. This is what a cookie looks like. And you must admit, the key value pairs will look surprisingly familiar. When it comes to caching cookies, things get a lot more complicated because cookies imply a level of personalization and represent private data, which is not cacheable by default. So as soon as Varnish sees a set cookie header coming from the origin, it will decide not to store the object in cache and bypass the cache for the next request for about 2 minutes, or until the next response doesn't contain a set cookie anymore. Similar things happen when a cookie request header is received by Varnish. Varnish will also bypass the cache. It's really a challenge to strike the right balance between using functional cookies and still maintaining a decent level of caching. And the way we'll approach that challenge is by overriding the standard VCL behavior and doing very context-specific cookie handling. So here's the first example where we do find and replace actions on the cookie header. We're looking for specific patterns that match the tracking cookies that we want to get rid of, and then we remove them because the server doesn't really need them. There's also another way of approaching it by using the cookie module. And we have a very clean API that allows us to filter out specific cookies or patterns of cookies to reach the same goal. We can also approach it from an entirely different angle and remove every single cookie except the ones that we need. And in this case, we'll only use the session ID cookie. All the rest will be removed. And of course, if we use the cookie vmod, there is a clean API to do this. Instead of looking for individual cookies, we can also look at cookie usage for specific URL endpoints. So in this example, we're removing cookies for every single URL except for the admin panel or for subordinate resources of the admin panel where we know we're going to need the cookies. 2 minutes of cookies in Varnish, ladies and gentlemen. Quite a challenging topic. There's so much more to be told, and this was only the tip of the iceberg. I'm pretty sure I'll create more videos around very cookie-specific examples and integrations, but for now, please remember to remove all the cookies you don't need, or just keep the ones you do need, and inspect them on a per URL or a per URL pattern basis. That was it for this week. I'll be back next Tuesday with more tech on a Tuesday, presented in 2 minutes or less.